Peace be to you all. I am Ritualwitch Keivo, and I'm going to show you today how to venerate ancestors through ritual offering of ancestor money. And I'm going to show you how and what tools do you need and how to address the spirit and check about what can you do to make the spirit more compliable and understand how things are working currently. And before any starting a ritual or feeding or making improvements, you must understand about who you are working with. So you must first identify the spirit. Currently, in my table, I have here a spirit of the ancestors of Indianic tribe, the tribe of which the great magicians and great seers draw their power from using animal elements of worshipping the nature of things, worshipping the energy of the animals surrounding them, becoming transformation as the wolf is transformation. And in this Indian statue, it's just a vessel, so you can't compare yourself to be working just with the deity or just working with any other simple ritual traditions that you may have in your religious or whatever the case the practicing is. So you must first understand that this is just a statue, this is a vessel, but through that vessel you can communicate. So you can call upon the entity that this vessel will inhabit, and then you can take that entity inside of this vessel to understand about what it's going to do in your life and how you are going to take care of this entity, and do you attach it to some other aspect of your life, or you just use it for once and then you would put that statue away. So this entity would certainly be attracted in later days to be connected with that statue, but you must understand that this is not about worshipping a statue or an idol. It's about communicating with spirit, a spirit of your ancestors. The statue is just a representation. For this ritual, currently, you will need a burning place, a cauldron, for example, that is fireproof and that would be sacred to you. You would need some incense. Currently, I have here an incense to my spirit liking, a wax candle for representing the purity and nature of the elements. It is uncarved, it is consecrated, but you can use a regular wax candle as well. A candle holder to place the wax candle, a 2 tea lights to bring about the 2 aspects of the realms, the spirit realm and the realm of your own mundane world. So you would need those. A matches, box of matches, and of course ancestor money. So I have a dollar sign here to represent the energies of ancestors who are not presently in my life, but through who I can communicate in a much more higher level. And ancestors of a local currency to understand the energy that it's going to be in my life currently, so I can support both aspects. With the control, the first thing is always connection. When you're starting to ritual or you are placing some items. There's a mindset, there's an energy, there's a placement that we can learn later on. How to approach things and what to make things of. So the first thing is mindset, that you must be calm, you must be understanding of what you're doing, you must be ready for whatever is coming their way. You must be protected, you must be secure. You cannot do it in anger, you cannot do it in mindset where you are constantly afraid of something. So everything must be at peace. In my work, I, for example, use tarot cards. And when I use those tarot cards, then I will think of first of that spirit that I'm going to summon, and think of what is its message for me. So I'm thinking of first the energy I'm calling upon, and is this ritual allowed first? So the ritual is allowed. Queen of Swords, implicating that the energy is here already. It wants to manifest itself, but it wants to be standing like a little bit back. So it would not only constantly mess up in my life, but it would absorb. It would absorb the information what I give it, and it would also do a little left to see, or how to say, watch behind the curtains of what I do, what I act. So the feeding ritual itself, it is a connection between both two. So basically the Lover's card is about connecting, about the higher power. In this ritual, it shows that the permission is, and permission is already here to be accepted, and it is a must be necessary. So the offering, what I'm going to prepare, what it's going to show me. It's going to show me that the offering is for money, and it is for prosperity, but also it's about financial securities that are making people secure about themselves. So basically, when people are asking money for spirits, they need to return something, they need to give some kind of offering back. And what is the offering also needing to do, in what kind of element this is going to be? It's about balance. See, I don't see it just as a water here. I see the star card as a universal energy that brings in this reading about balance, as it is in, as it is without, as it is above, as it is below. So it would bring up greater enjoyment to those who are lack and need of any spiritual guidance. So this ritual is about balancing. It's about balancing the world, and it's about travel. So the spirits want to travel. So spirit don't want to stay here. So it would need some kind of implement of an energy called offering. The offering, it's like a little bit of certification, and it's a little bit of an of giving something to have, so that the energy would be much more clearer and much more better in understanding both ways of the life and both ways of abundance. So as the cup is full, the abundance will grow. And also, as you see this card, it's a fulfillment, it's a joy, it's a power that represents something that is higher than in our conscious currently and our senses or feeling. So you would need to pay something to get something, basically. What else do I use? So the ritual is allowed. The ritual is about to begin. Now, if you don't predict fully what the ritual is going to bring forth, or who it is useful to, or what are the obstacles, or what are the requirements of doing things, then you can always constantly overthink. So in ritual thinking, it's when you have ritual mindset, you can always place yourself under the carpet and understand what is that energy is all about. For my own special reading, I have my own special made cards, simple cards that are telling me, that are programmed to work with my rituals and to understand what is necessary for me to know. So the first thing is fire. The fire is essence, and the fire says that the spirit is for defending me through that fire. So this fire is my fortress. It is my placement of security. And when this fire is present, the connection is made. So the connection through this fire is usually something that is beyond reach. It is there, but it's not like without conviction or without any kind of energy connection. It's not currently present in my life. So I don't have like lingering spirits around me all the time, only when I call them. So basically, we have this evocation. It says that the ritual must be done and evocation must be said and the offering must be made. So as you see, in my card it's incense, and it is, I already know how to venerate ancestors. So I always think about what's their message, as Ouija board is saying. What is their message for me? How I can do this constantly better, what I can improve. So basically, it's about this ritual is all about removing all the obstacles, negative energies, entities from my life that are currently obstructing my way or the way of whoever is watching this video, and power of intention to be open up. So potion, what is potion? Potion is a mixture. Potion is a mixture of things, like when you have like water in there, when you have like in some kind of alcohol in there, you are mixed with an herbal essence or a flower essence. You mix them together and you get a potion. When you have an invocation there, read it, or a message, then you can always place something much more important in there, so you can have a better understanding of how things work. So that's about that. So ritual is okay for me to perform. So what's first? You would need to light the establishment connection. So I will invoke through this fire, through this candle flame, the powers of which are present currently in my life. So through the fire, I invoke those powers. Next, I will take another candle to reach out to the spirits of the ancestors, to give them fulfillment, joy, and peaceful presence in their life. Also, those who are watching this video, may they have tranquility, peace, and prosperity in their life, so this ancestral veneration can be continuous and without any negative energies obstructing the way. So, of course, your tools must be cleared, cleansed, blessed. Well, we can talk about in next videos how to cleanse and make your tools your own. But first, if you're a simple beginner, then you would need to understand what are the things requirement for those implements. So I have established the bridge. I will concentrate on the basic element of spirit. I call upon the spirit. I name the spirit. I bind the spirit into this vessel during the ritual, for this ritual. So the spirit presence is opening the portal to communicate with me. To opening up this portal without any disturbance, I will ask the spirits of my ritual to protect this so it won't be interfered by any other lingering entities or astral entities that are presently or currently activated in the realm of the spirit and even between the borders and gates. So next, what I will do is take a beeswax candle. So this power of this ritual be placed upon this candle. So as this candle burns, through that candle the power of this ritual will amplify and protect and manifest. So now this candle is programmed to do whatever it is needed. You can visualize an energy ball that is coming from your fingers. You can read about it in my books of ritual aid, and you can take that energy through that candle. So this energy would give this candle a much more stronger field and intention, so it would manifest much more clearly. I will place it on the candle holder. With wax it is good because this wax would stay and it won't always constantly burn it down. So I would take matches and light the fire of the intentions that I have placed upon this candle. So as this candle burning down, may the energies of my ritual manifest. And I will place that candle near side between me and between the statue, so it won't be affecting my ritual. It is just supporting the ritual. It's clearing the energy of this place, clearing the energy from you that is negative and wants to obstruct the ritual. And through that, you would need to first pay attention to the element of air. So the element of air is an element of thinking and the element of imagination. So you would need to address the element of the air. And because this is a sacred Arakabati incense, so this sacred incense will want to be programmed to go through the spirit. So I would say, hear me, listen to me, great spirit, as I invoke you. May this offering of incense be towards you. So this would give you the power and presence of this ritual to open up the magical link between this ritual and your consciousness. So I would not just take that energy down by thinking about what it can be or what it can do. In my rituals, usually things happen to themselves. So I would place upon this and give offering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I give this offering with the sign of the spirit that I'm feeling, I'm connecting to. And through this ritual, I'm going to give that offering to the spiritual energy. So now we have a connection here. To understand ancestor money, it is needed to know how it works. There's many ways of working with ancestors money. One thing is fumication. So it's about placing a program upon the ancestor money to work it. So it would differ the way between the traditions or the customs of anybody who do it, because it's a ancestor money. It's made for tranquility, for peace, for prosperity, and so the local spirits of my ancestors address to you, to the spirit money. As this money is being burned, so through that burning, the magical essence and the energies of this spirit money would rise up to you. So basically this money is now programmed to do great things what are sent towards the spirit energy, not towards yourself, but towards the spirit. So you would give offering to the spirit as an representation of ancient custom. You can program it with secret words and secret symbols, but the thing is forbidden to be shown in camera. So this is an occult science. It is a sacred science. So I'm not be able to show you that, but I can show you what's the basic techniques and the meaning of things. So I will take the secret program. I will place it upon the spirit money. I will send it towards the spirit. I will write down the program, and then I would send that money to the spiritual. So the first thing is first activate it. Second thing is the understanding of where we came or what we want to connect. So the ancestor spirits of the foreign lands that are wanting to connect, are wanting to aid, for example, as people who are coming towards my energy, or wanting to have understanding and aid and help in their life, they or counseling, then I must let them to come. I must open the doors for them. So I will bring that energy that is coming back, and I will seal it towards me. So, and also because I am not just taking something, I can also give energy back. So I will send this through their body. So now it is programmed. Same thing, I'm fumigating it. So this energy is constantly programmed and ready to be received. So now through that ritual energy, the first candle, that is wax candle, I'll take the power of this ritual and I'm starting towards burning it, sending it towards the ancestor spirits I have called upon to receive their offering. And I now let it burn. And I'm going to see, is this offering being accepted first? Even if you did the tarot reading before or you did fortune telling, there's not really a real clear way to know without being a psychic or an energy reader that if this offering is like fully accepted. So I would watch the flame burning and see if there's any obstructions, or this ritual is going to be a success. So I had the first glimpse of an energy that was appearing me through the sparks, and I understand that this question is asked. The candles are at tranquility, the establishment is here, and the power is upon. So next I would address to the spirit that there's energies of the clients of mine who seek help and aid or knowledge and wanting to improve their life without any negative intentions negative energies or lingering spirits. So may they come towards me. So I would address the spirit, I would address the fumication, and I would light the ancestor money towards spirit. And see, when it's not happening, that the lighting isn't occurred, then the spirit wants to say something. This means you must place it upon the fireproof vessel and you must ask about what is the message between. So I take the cards, I would fumigate them in this ritual energy, and I would ask in my mind the question that I'm wanting to do. What can be done to be taken this energy towards this ritual, and everything is okay. There's a time to be. So the sun is not just a representation in my reading what it is. It just said that communication is needed because people are afraid. People are afraid of losing their jobs, losing their money, losing their reputation. So the energy is actually working. And see, I don't have to reunite it again because there's before the offering, there's sparks that my ancestor money was started, and it would come in an element of air. So the energy of this place is the worry of not getting things done yet. So transformation is needed first. So persons who want to connect with me, they need to be transformed. They need to be transformed without holding down their own affections, their own problems, and seeing another side of things. There's always constantly some worry, but whatever the worry is, the more worry it will bring down. So to address the spirit, there must be a change. They're moving against their own wishes, they're moving against their own imagination, and this is a false judgment to them. False because this is a representation of a card that something is placed up on the current situation. So everything that's going behind the scenes, it's uncovered and it's not been shown, only being shown the results. So the addressing to the spirit is firstly about knowing what's behind their lives currently working. So the first thing is to be understanding where they come from, the family, the great representation of where it is, where it can be, because as you see, those pentacles in here are forming a circle around this family. So basically, everything that is monetary mised, that are implementing as a greater success to somebody's life, they are representing their own fears through it. So if you don't have like monetary means, or you are afraid of, you don't trust, then you need some kind of support first, and when this support is given, then there's action be taken. So whenever you get that sense that that now it's the right time to connect, to explore something, then you must act according to this. But it's also a learning card, because when you see there's an energy that is from that sword radiating, and that crown that is coming up of the head, it's about a current authority of things, about mundane birth that is coming towards your dreams. So you would seek help for financial protection. My cards, when I draw my cards here, is going to show that the great energy is upon. So when the great energy is upon, so this energy is drawing towards those cups, and those cups are the both sides of things. So the agreement must be made. When the agreement is made, and usually it is done not in public ways or in secret ways. It's done with not direct ways, because when they will be in the city, then there will be direct ways they're doing, like but currently it is outside of those borders. So you would see the energy of those cards as an past experience. A past experience. It's a place where to be learned. It's a place where you can bring about. For example, when you see this guy here, you're thinking of this past experience is the problems that he's not ready to deal with. And when this guy is not ready to deal with, you would bring up a new kinds of ways to escape. So this is a escape card, but it's also a card where you can go on a journey, but this journey is uncertain. This journey is sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, because there's different elements in here in this card. And for that spirit work, it also shows that that persons need to be trusting more. It's about transformation. It's about knowing things. It's about new steps in the life. It's about as this magician is holding down the wand in Cloicus Salua, then the pointing down is showing that energy that's radiating from this wand is not currently active. Because the only active thing is in his mind. So basically, the magician is the transformation of their own fears, their own judgments. And if they are ready to transform, to trust the power of those rituals, then a greater achievement can be accepted. So that's the spirit message for me, to be saying that whenever something is coming towards, then they must trust it. If they don't trust it, there's a great chance that it will be a failure. It will be something that this coin that is representing the material earth, the pentacle of the creation, the pentacle of achievement. There's a hedge, as you see. There's a hedge. And this hedge sees that it's outside of something, outside of some obstacles. So some obstacle must be first accomplished. Some sacrifices, rituals must be made. So those energies can implement to this life. And actually, if you feel that energy is going here into this road, so whatever obstacles await for you, when you are supporting this ritual, for example, then you are supporting the energy that is going towards you. So you can always use another energy about what this is all about. It's about commitment. Commitment to something greater that there is. It's about trusting the energy. But as you see, this throne is sitting upon the whole, this great fortune. There's always something about being with itself. When it's being with itself, it's only in outside. In outside, you would see that something is inside of this person. But if you would see the chalice that the Queen of Cups is holding, then this chalice is actually, it's a prayer. It's a prayer to something to be changed. A prayer to, for example, hold that fortune down, to give that advice. Those are advisors. If you see those cards, there's two advisors. Those advisors are succeeding. One is, as you see, there's one is a little bit with red. Do you know what that means? That means that this red is actually side of himself. So, has some say devil and angel, or angel or devil, or whatever the implements are placing upon the religion or views or points, then this is actually the greater understanding of things to come, and to understand what's, for example, this ritual is about thinking things through. When some things are just mending their own, every small work, every small sacrifice, every small offering, every small thing that you're doing is going to help those people in this city. This is for them. This is not for you. You cannot be like only this is for me. This is for them. Like this as you listen to these cards, you will see that these cards are for them. These are not for this guy. These guys are just holding those wands, and so those wands are sprouting. This means there's hope. There's hope for them. So these tools that he's carrying can aid those persons in here. And with that you can always bring up some mind comforting zones that said, oh, how much work I'm going to do for others and how much I'm going to aid them. But there's lots of energy here that is sending towards the spirit. And when I'm taking that energy now down, so I'm thanking for this message that is bringing it up, I would firstly break the connection with the ritual after I have broken the connection with the spiritual. So I would take the spiritual and give it thanks that I need the spiritual of the ritual, and I'm going to send the spiritual ritual away. I'm saying in my mindset that I'm thankful for those messages that are coming through this reading, and I'm sending it away, peace and prosperity. And now I'm going to take the energy that I have placed here, that I don't no longer need. I send it back to the ritual board, and I'm thanking also for this presence, this power, and now the full ritual, all the protection that it has been done for me, all that energies that have been sent towards me, the guidance, all this great power of subscription, all these people watching in YouTube, all this energy is drawing down a little bit. And then I'm going to say thank you for that being present in my life, but I'm now ending this ritual. So when this ritual energy is needed, I can call it back. So I say blessed be and send be. And I send it away. So I let it go towards. I release the spirit and spirit placements and obstructions that I have placed. So this vessel be pure. This vessel be used when it's needed. Again, so for that, I'm ending this ritual. I'm removing the energies and I'm taking this displacement. I'm closing all the portals that are here in my mind's eye. And then I'm going to say to you, see you in next video, and subscribe and comment and like and ask questions. And when my book is coming to Amazon, then I can do a review for that, and this can be a great example of how you can train yourself to become a better of yourself, to become more aware of yourself, your surroundings, your tools, your energies, your powers, and be at peace. So I would say blessed be towards you, towards myself, and see you next time. See you in next video. Like and subscribe, share, and if you need to contact me, then you can contact me directly on Facebook, Ritualwitch Keivo, and you can find out about more self-help tips and more self-help aids and guides, so your life can be much more perfect and you can be much more fulfilled. So blessed be and so mote be.